Charlie Morgan. Now, no doubt if you've been in the SMMA space at all in the last 2 years, you've heard this name. You've probably watched several of his videos. The guy is everywhere on the internet at the moment. And in today's video, I'm going to break down what I think of Charlie Morgan and whether I think he's a fake guru. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Jimmy. Everyone calls me Uncle Jimmy. And I've been running my marketing agency now for over 8 years. And in that time, I've seen a lot of people come and go. And I focus on service delivery. So if you want to become an absolute king at service delivery, make sure to subscribe to the channel. So I'm filming outside because the weather's beautiful. And like you guys, I don't get enough sun. So I thought, why not film and get a bit of sun today? If anyone's been following me for a while, you know that I am honest to a fault at times. And I'm going to be completely honest here. I am very biased when it comes to what I'm about to talk to you guys about. I am good friends with Charlie Morgan. I'm also good friends with Bo, which is his business partner. Now, if you think that makes me too biased and you don't believe the information is going to be fair, then I would encourage you to turn this video off, go and switch to the next video, and I wouldn't blame you. What I think it does do is give me a unique perspective, because I've had some pretty deep conversations with both the boys about what they're trying to achieve in this space. And I believe that gives me a unique perspective on what their actual motives are and whether they are in this just for the money. And it's something I see a lot in these fake guru videos. People talking about someone they know nothing about. They look at the face value of what they do, and then they make their assumption of whether they're a fake guru or not based on that assumption of what they do from the outside in. I'm very fortunate to have an inside out perspective on Charlie Morgan. And plus I've known him for a long time, so I can speak to a lot of the things that would determine whether he's a fake guru or not and whether he's legitimate. Okay, so let's get a bit of background on Charlie Morgan's stories. So I actually was introduced to Charlie Morgan through one of his outreach methods he teaches in Easy Grow. So he reached out to me via email, sent me a video, and I'd been running my agency for 4 years at this point, doing $40,000 a month. And I got this random email from this young fella who seemed very honest and sincere. So because of that, I said, okay, Charlie, let's jump on a call and I'll have a chat to you. Normally I would just throw these emails in the bin, but he put in a lot of effort into this video. So I jumped on a call with Charlie and he was telling me about this new program he was developing. At that time, the program hadn't even been finished. It was like very, very early stages. And he pitched me on the concept and I said, look, Charlie, no offense to you and Bo, but I have been burnt before. I'm never buying a program that's not finished. And because of that, we went about our way and I said, look, Charlie, as soon as your program is finished, I will buy it. And Charlie was like, okay, well, when the program's finished, I expect you to buy it. And I was like, sure, half thinking that he would never finish it. Fast forward 6 months, Charlie messages me on Facebook and goes, Jimmy, the program's finished. Let's jump on a call. I want to run you through it. So we jump on a call, we run through it again, and Charlie shows me the finished product. And I was genuinely impressed that he got it done and it was actually providing legitimate value. And he's like, okay, well, the program's gone up 3 times as much. You told me you were going to buy it. And of course, I like to think I'm a man of my word. So I did buy the program. It was called Imperium Agency back then. I would have been number probably 30 or 40, maybe 50 in the group. Bo and Charlie had only been like 8 months into the program. I think Charlie's YouTube channel only had 400 subscribers or something at that point. And because of that, I got to know the boys quite closely because I was by far making the most money in the group that we had. Like I said, at that time, I was running an agency that was already doing $40,000 a month. With his strategies, I did go from 40 to 80 in 6 months, but that's a whole nother story. And because of that, I contributed to the group. I contributed strategies that I learned. I contributed some ways that I learned how to hire people. And then Charlie and I just kept in touch through that. And because of that, we started talking more and more and developed a friendship. Now, this is the first thing I want to say. When you're gauging a fake guru, so like I said, I've been in this space a very long time. One of the things you should be looking for when trying to identify a fake guru or not in the SMMA space specifically is whether people do what they say they're going to do. Because integrity in this space is the one thing that's missing. There's a lot of people doing SMMA at the moment that have zero integrity. They're either out there to strip you guys of your money, as in SMMA owners, or there's people out there that are out there to just strip the clients of their money. But there's very few people that are doing this business with integrity. And one of the gauges I have of that is, are people going to do what they say they're going to do? Now, I pride myself on being one of those people. And Charlie proved to me at that point he was one of those people as well, because he could have easily tried to sell me the course. It wasn't completed, move on to the next person and just completely strip the space of money. But he was true to his word and they finished the course off and we started doing business together. So that's the first green light, so to speak, when it comes to Charlie Morgan, is that he is a man of his word. He actually did what he said he was going to do, which really impressed me because I have been legitimately burnt in the past from courses where I've pre-bought them at a cheaper rate and then they just haven't delivered on the outcomes. Now, fast forward 6-7 months in the program's starting to get a bit of traction and there was probably 150 people in the group. And in this time, the YouTube channel started to get bigger and bigger. So he went from 400 to 500 to 1,000 to 2 to 3 to 5,000 people. And it's funny, everything that I've ever spoken to about Charlie just ends up in videos. I think what's so appealing about what Charlie says on YouTube is it's the stuff that he's thinking at the time. It's his lived experiences through developing these courses and the Northflow Consulting agency, which is what they had before they sold that part of their business. You know, it's funny because I'm an Australian, I'm naturally a cynical guy. So sometimes I look at this stuff and I go, there's something that's too good to be true here. But when you actually sit down and listen to Charlie talk, the way he talks in his YouTube videos is pretty much identical to how he is in real life when he talks and communicates. You know, he's a very stoic person and he talks, and his videos are all about mindset and philosophy, and he practices what he preaches. And this is another thing you should be watching out for when, if you're looking for fake gurus in this space, is are the people that you are watching on YouTube, are they actually doing what they say they do? The content that's being produced on the YouTube channel aligns very closely with how he thinks about life, which again is very rare. There's a lot of people that produce content to feed the algorithm. I've watched a lot of Charlie's content now, and as you guys probably have as well. And it's refreshing to know that the person that's making these videos isn't a different person in real life. So that gets a green light from me. He is doing what he talks about his lived experiences and his mindset and his thoughts on life, which is a very important part. I try and do that with my videos as well. All right, so fast forward, Easy Grow gets developed and built, and then Charlie sets off on building this life's work, this self-transcendence module. And the guy's burning out because of it, and he's going through some tough times mentally trying to get this course out. Now, I want to qualify, at this point, Bo and Charlie are making decent money, and I know that for a fact. I get a little bit of the behind the scenes, and they're making decent money at this point. There was actually no reason for Charlie and Bo to build out Easy Grow as developed as it is. And I'm saying that as a business person, I'm saying that as an SMMA owner, and I'm saying that as someone that has my own info product. The course they have is way above and beyond what is required to be successful in SMMA. And so what I mean by that is they would make the same amount of money whether the extra content that's in Easy Grow was there or not. They have things in there about service delivery. They have 17 or 18 different ways to get clients. People would still get amazing outcomes if all that stuff wasn't in there, and only just the course that I had was in there. And I actually sat down with Charlie and Bo one day and said, guys, why are you doing this? You know, like, wouldn't it just make sense to just take the profit? And Charlie said to me that they're just trying to build the best product they possibly can. And I think this is quite telling as well. There's a lot of fake gurus out there in this space who are just trying to do the minimum amount to get the money out of people. So people are building these half-baked courses that are functional in nature, but they provide just enough value so you get some kind of return on the information. There's plenty of courses out there. You could throw a rock and hit 15 of those courses. There's very few courses out there that are developed in a way that goes way above and beyond the expectation of what you would expect from the course. And I see it a lot in the actual course itself. There's a lot of people that go in there and go, wow, there's just so much here. The community gets hundreds of posts a day and things like that. And I said to Charlie, I was like, you could literally just retire now. Like, you're making enough. You could literally just do nothing else to this program, let it kind of run its course and ride off into the sunset with your millions of dollars. And when I spoke to Charlie about that, I just didn't get the vibe that that's what he wanted to do. And I think that's testament to whether he's a fake guru or not. I think that specifically is like the telltale signs. They have the opportunity to be independently wealthy now. They don't necessarily need to keep improving this course. It does enough to get people amazing results. Yet Charlie and Bo are still adding and adding and adding to this course. And I say to them, this doesn't make financial sense. Why are you doing this? And I think it's just because they genuinely just want to build the best SMMA course on the planet. And I say that with full sincerity, and I know I'm biased because I am friends with the boys, but I like to call a spade a spade. And if I didn't think that was the case, I would try and be sugarcoating a nice way of saying that maybe there's some elements there of being a fake guru. But I can honestly say, out of every single person I've ever dealt with in the SMMA space in my dealings over the last 8 years, they are the few people that I actually would have a business relationship with, because it's very rare to find people in this space that do what they say they're going to do. Don't put on a facade or a face. What you see is what you get. And you see that through the YouTube videos. And they're not just doing the minimum required to get the job done, are going above and beyond to do the very best they can. And those boys tick all three of those boxes. And I'm just saying that as an inside out observer of what their ulterior motives are for this stuff. Charlie is one of the very few people in this space that is actually trying to make it better. So short, do I think Charlie is a fake guru? No, I do not think Charlie is a fake guru, because not only is he doing what he says he's going to do, and he's not putting on a facade. What you see is what you get with him. And he's trying to make the absolute best product for his clients he possibly can. There's no other metrics you could use to determine if he was a fake guru or not, except for really for those three. Hopefully you found this video helpful. I just wanted to express my opinions on this because Charlie's starting to get popular. He's got 80,000 subscribers by the time I'm making this. And that's only going to get bigger because people are resonating with honesty and transparency. And there's a lot of people now wanting to know, is this guy legitimate or is he just like he is in the videos? And I just wanted to give my opinion on that before all the fake guru videos come out of people that have no idea who these boys are and start just making up things because they're only looking from the outside in. So I wanted to make sure that there was a video on the internet that really gave a concerted inside out opinion from the outside, of course, on Charlie Morgan. And this isn't going to be a series of anything. I can't speak to guys like Imran Ghazi or Hamzi or anyone like that because I've never met them. So I don't feel comfortable giving my opinion about whether someone's a fake guru or not if I haven't actually worked with them in some capacity or met them in some capacity. So this is a one-off, but if you want to know anything about running an agency and running a successful agency and the service delivery side of that and fulfilling and doing what you say you're going to, then I can definitely speak to that, and I will in the next video.